Hello, everyone. Wanted to shoot this quick video because this came up yesterday in an appointment that I had with a client of mine who bought a townhome. She's a senior citizen, and a realtor called her and said, I can sell your house and I will only charge you 4% commission. That will save you lots and lots and lots of money. And she almost bid on that. But she's been watching my videos. And she said to that realtor, I'm hanging up on you now. She's Italian. That was her way of kind of whapping him upside the back of the head, saying, don't bother me. Now, why? Wouldn't you save lots of money at 4% commission? And no, you don't. You underperform tremendously when you do that. It's all something called game theory, which they teach you in business school at the university. But it's also something that a paper route carrier understands, and I don't even think we have paper route carriers anymore in this world. I don't think children even have that opportunity any longer. But a snow shoveling person or a grass cutting child would understand game theory. And the game theory is very clear on commissions. The higher your commission to the other side, the better you perform. The listing realtor, the person who pounds the sign in, should be more than happy to work for you for 2% commission. Think about it. It's $12,000 or $10,000. Well, $12,000 gross, minus all the cuts and everything and all the taxes and everything else. Just keep it simple. It's $12,000 to pound a sign in and do video and do photos, possibly a little bit of late staging, possibly hiring a little cleaning company, possibly, depending upon what the outcome or what the expected outcome is going to be for that particular property, where that particular property is in the city of Windsor as well too. Just depends. There's lots of different factors in all of that. But the listing realtor stands to gain by pounding their sign in your front yard. Think about it. Billboards all across this city. People pay hundreds and hundreds or thousands and thousands of dollars a month to be on a billboard in the city of Windsor. Why wouldn't a listing realtor pay you to pound their sign in your front yard? And how do they pay you? By reducing their commission from 2.5 to 2.0. I'm going to stand to benefit by having my sign in your front yard, so I'm going to pay you something for that. And the way that I'm going to pay you something for that is to give you a 0.5% discount. And oh, by the way, I'm going to cover all the photography and I'm going to cover all the video. And that's $550, to be honest with you. That's what my guy charges me per listing, $550 per listing to do video and photography. And I need that because I want to highlight how beautiful your house is to all of the out-of-town buyers, because there's still a ton of out-of-town buyers. I have an out-of-town buyer I'm driving around right now. Just drove around this morning, 10 o'clock this morning. We were out seeing some houses before he left back out. He's a truck driver. He drives in every day into Toledo. And so we went out and seen some houses today because he's moving his family here. He wants to buy a house. And he's approved for up to $650,000, but he only wants to spend about $500,000. And we'll be able to get him a honking house for about $500,000 here. It's all good. And he actually came from a Royal LePage realtor up in the London area. That Royal LePage realtor had come down to look at my house on Liberty where I had my sign pounded in the ground. And I met him over there, shook his hand, handed him my flyer, and I said, hey, you might want to stay in London and let me help your client from Toronto, and I'll split with you 50-50 the earned commission. And he looked at me and he said, you'll do that? I said, of course. My job is not to make money. That is provided for. He provides for me. My job is to help you in the next chapter of your life. That's it. It's what a professional realtor does, or should be doing. And along the way, there's this pile of money that comes along with it. It just does. And I've got my house paid off. I've been married 27 years. What do I need money for? My Italian client is making me homemade lasagna. For gosh sakes, I'll be able to eat for a week. Do I need anything more? No. I have everything I need, within reason. Now, yeah, a trip out to Maui again after the fires. I've been in Lanai, by the way, or Lahaina. I feel very, very sorry for what happened out there. But back to my thing. So I benefited by having my sign in the ground on my Liberty listing. I sold it, so I benefited there, the check. 2% of $500,000, $10,000. Minus cuts, still a check. Still a comfortable check for a week worth of work. I benefited because more people watched that video on YouTube. And I benefited because I got out of bed, I drove over, and I met a London realtor with a client from Toronto, who was a truck driver, by the way, and I'm a retired truck driver, so it was a natural fit. It's like, well, geez, yeah, I understand. We were talking trucking stories today while we were out seeing houses. And so I benefited by about $4,322 because I got a new client off of my sign in the ground on Liberty, because I was smart enough to get out of bed as well, too. And you know what I did in that case? I asked that realtor, I said, are you having any problems getting into any other houses? He said, yeah, there's one. The realtor won't let me in. I said, perfect, not a problem. I'll go over and I'll schedule and we'll get us in. And he looked at me again, dumbfounded. You'll do that for me? I said, of course. I'm on the real estate board here. I understand it. I understand the struggle. Let's go see as many houses as we need to go see. And oh, by the way, if I impress you and your client enough, maybe you stay in London and still make 50% of a transaction. And I work down here helping your client, and I make 50% of a transaction because I'm just benefiting by my sign being in the freaking ground. So why wouldn't the listing realtor want to put their billboard legally in your ground? And why shouldn't they be paying you something for that? So I instantly discount my listing commission. I get out of bed and I go over and I sell your house. I make other relationships along the way that create other income streams for me because my sign is in your front yard. Hello? And then on my discount that I give you, I ask you, please, 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 turn around and take my pay cut and give it to the other realtor. Give it to the sell-side realtor, because the more you give to the sell-side realtor, the more you're going to gain. Givers gain in life. And I can show that to you time and time and time and time again. That's why the saying is the saying, givers gain. Now, it might take you a little bit of time to gain, or you might gain in some unique ways, but you're still gaining. And so in real estate, typically, if you give to the sell side commission, you gain massively. So let me show you. Or let me talk you through this, because I can't turn my camera around here. But for this week in Windsor real estate, there were 28 houses that listed at 2% sell-side commission. And they underperformed. They only got 96% of the average. Now, yeah, they got $33,000 more than asking, so okay, that's great. But those that listed at 2.25% sell-side commission, there were only 2 of them, by the way, just 2, stood out from all the rest of the crowd, and they got 136% of the average over for those 2 listings. That was $47,000. Which would you prefer, $33,000 or $47,000? Hello? Now, those folks that decided to list at 2.5% sell-side commission got 108.7% of the average over, or $37,641 on average. So even if you paid the extra, in this case, $2,500 of extra commission, I'm going to pay you a little bit more, Brian. But it's not me I'm listing. I'm going to pay the buying realtor a little bit more, Brian. You ended up grossing $4,400 gross minus the $2,500 you had to pay extra. So you ended up netting $1,900 in your pocket by paying a little bit more. $1,900 more. The game theory is the game theory. And my client, my Italian client, understood it and said, I hang up on you now. Because she gets it. She watches these videos and she says, wait a second. Brian's onto something here. I want to pay more. Because I'm going to gain. And I want to give Brian a discount. I should accept Brian's gift of a discount. Because Brian's going to gain by having a sign in the ground. He's going to create opportunity for himself, too, off of my listing. Why should I ever have to pay a realtor 2.5%? Why should I ever have to pay a realtor 3%? Now, I can understand if they're going to pay for the staging, okay, maybe that's a reason. Because that's something extra. They're going above and beyond. So yeah, maybe I should pay them a little bit more then. Or maybe I want to pay for the staging. How much is it going to stage to temporarily stage my house to take some photos? I don't know. I don't know that part. I don't know which staging company you would contract with as to how expensive they would be, because staging companies have all kinds of different prices. So anyway, that's this video. I want to point out to you, if you're thinking about selling your house, give me a jingle, 519-995-6145. I would love to have my sign pounded into your ground, because with my billboard on your ground, I end up making money and creating different paths for me while I'm selling your house. That's why I give you the discount. I stand to gain. You're giving me an opportunity, and I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. I'm going to work my butt off for that opportunity. So thank you. If you're thinking about listing your house and would like to try to maximize its value, please do not hesitate to call a realtor with a degree in finance who understands this stuff. It's unfathomable to me. All the people listing at 2% that are all underperforming. And I'm like, how do I get this message out there to get you to stop losing money? It's the weirdest of things to me. That's my ADHD, though. So anyway, if you'd like to talk real estate, give me a jingle, 519-995-6145. Have a great day. I do have this week's market review done, and that will be the next video that I'll be posting here. Have a great day. Bye-bye.